Jaguar Nation, welcome to the Jaguar Football Show, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, Louisiana Lottery, Communities of Color Network Tobacco-Free Living, Hollywood Casino, the Louisiana Seafood Marketing and Promotion Board, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Hello and welcome to week 3 of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we come to you with all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. We come to you each week from Hollywood Casino, located at 1717 River Road in downtown Baton Rouge. Come on into Hollywood Casino and come into center stage. Watch Coach and I do the show live, and then afterwards talk a little Southern University football and have some libations. Hollywood Casino is also giving away those Bayou Classic tickets, so get yourself down here, get your name in the pot, and you could be going to the Classic courtesy of Hollywood Casino and the Jaguar Football Show. We come on about 7 times a week. You see the graphic there with all the times. You can also catch us at your leisure on Facebook or YouTube at the Jaguar Football Show. Coach, let's jump right into it. The Southern University Jaguars represented themselves well, in my eyes, on Saturday in Memphis, Tennessee at the Liberty Bowl against the University of Memphis Tigers. You know, you're playing a D1 school. You expect it to be a lopsided score, but you know, what I saw was the Jaguars competitive in a game, moving the football, and really playing lights-out defense, flying around and hitting people, which to me is going to bode well for SWAC play. What did you see on offense and defense?
Well, an improved football team. I think from game 1 to game 2, you saw the needed improvement take place in Memphis. I thought our offense, first drive, took it right down the field, 7 points on the board, and really the whole first half, offensively and defensively, we played really, really well. Special teams, other than the punt protection that we had a couple miscues on, I thought everything, 3 phases, we played much better than we did in game 1. But I think they're getting better. I think you can see that by how they competed in the Memphis game, and I'm looking forward to the challenge this week.
Coach, I heard you had a lively press conference post-game. What inspired that media interaction?
Well, you know, I think when you play these games, people need to really understand that the table is a little tilted. It's just lopsided. I talked to their head coach before the game, and he was just talking about, you know, why he stayed at Memphis and the commitment that Memphis has made to the program to make Memphis one of the better programs in the group of 6. And to me, that's the difference. They got a training table, they got nutrition specialists, and you see it around college football. And when you take on these teams, you're already at a disadvantage, but you can see what they're doing because before he got there, Memphis was just another college football team, and you can see what happens when you invest in it and you commit to it. Now we're talking about Memphis as a top 25 team.
Incredible. Well, let's jump into those highlights from the Southern Jaguars versus the Memphis Tigers on Saturday. Here you're going to see Devon Ben take one for 29 yards. Ladarius Skelton's going to come back and get 29 himself on a nice carry.
He played much better in this game.
And then Washington is going to rush for 7, and the Jaguars get on the board on the very first possession against the Memphis Tigers. Field goals, extra points good. Jaguars 7, Memphis 0 at this juncture.
It's a good play right there by Jordan Eastland.
Good defensive play right there by Eastland, denying that touchdown. Great play right there on the defensive side by Jordan Lewis, who had a good game. They kicked the field goal. Score is 7-3 at this juncture. They get the ball back. Good stop by Jordan Lewis. Good pass breakup by Tucker. And then, of course, they hit a nice one. Memphis goes up 10-7. Coach, even at this juncture, I really thought it was a competitive game that the Jaguars are playing.
Very competitive, and I really think the strength of that Memphis offense is their is their wide receiving core. They're really, really good. And, you know, I like the way we responded. Our guys didn't hang their head. They kept playing. They kept fighting. And I think it's that fight is going to lead us going forward.
You saw Nelson run for 8. Skelton passes to Bedford for 14, and Skelton runs for 6. Unfortunately, we had a punt blocked, and they actually scored that we had a technical difficulty on. We get the ball back. Skelton rushes for 16. Mackey is going to go for 6. And then Skelton's going to hit register for 12. And then Bedford for 8. And then Skelton's going to run for 4 yards, get a touchdown. And at this juncture, the score is going to be 17-14. Memphis over the Jaguars. Coach, you had to be pleased with the way your offense moved the ball.
Well, much better, and I thought the consistency was there. I think when you look at how we ran the football, we're talking about a team that previously give up minus 3 yards rushing in the first half against Ole Miss. So for us to come in and be able to run the football, and, you know, I really thought our offense had a great game plan and really did some great things out there.
Good stop by Cotton, good stop by Lewis. But the Tigers get on the board 24-14 on a 46-yard run by Gainwell. He had a good day, Coach.
Well, it's just they running game. That's the backup running back. The starter didn't even play. So
okay.
The 6'3", 235-pound running back, he was out for this game.
The Jaguars moved the ball and got a field goal. Scores 24-17 at this juncture. Here we are. The Tigers got the ball. Ultimately, they're going to get a field goal, 27-17 at this juncture, and it's halftime. When we come back, we're going to look at the second half of the Southern University Jaguars versus the University of Memphis Tigers on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Stay with us.
Play We Are the Saints from the lottery. Win up to $100,000 and pick up the new $2 New Orleans Saints. Win up to $20,000. Visit LouisianaLottery.com for second chance prize information. Play the field with Saints tickets from the lottery.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over, so we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Come play like a star, where the rewards and thrills never end at Hollywood Casino. Eat, play, and win big from our epic buffet, open from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day, to our awesome Players Club that gives you the most back. Winning's a breeze. You're on our $250,000 Crack the Vault game. Swing by on Friday nights in September for a chance to guess the vault code and win big. Crack the Vault, playing now only at Hollywood Casino, Baton Rouge.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where each week we'll be coming to you from inside Hollywood Casino at Center Stage. We invite you to come out about 6:30, watch the show live, have some libations, and talk some Southern University football with Coach and I after the game. Coach, we're down 27-17 at the half. What do you tell your team to inspire them to come out fighting in the second half?
Well, defense is going to be up first, try to get a 3 and out, get the ball back to the offense, see if you can put 7 on the board and really make it a football game, put a little pressure on them. But they did a good job. They came out in the second half and must challenge their football team, and it was tough to stop them in that second half.
Coach, I talked about him earlier. The young man, Jordan Lewis, your defensive end, a sophomore defensive end, excellent game, including a sack and fumble recovery on the same play, and he returned it for 73 yards. Quite an athlete, quite a motor.
Well, very good football player, and he's he's a guy that I think going forward, every team gonna have to account for, and that's gonna open it up for some big guys on the inside to get some one-on-one matchups. I really like where our football team is. I really think that we're still getting better and we're still improving and our mindset's in the right place. And I think that Jordan Lewis is a guy that sets that tone. He's one of the guys that make tremendous plays for us, and you're gonna have a chance in the second half to see him make one of the better football players of the year.
Coach, post-game, the Darius Skelton, and I don't know if some of the other players had to have some fluids because of cramping and dehydration. Is that something that is due to just the excessive heat, or is it conditioning? What is it, Coach?
Well, it was 120 probably degrees on that turf. So,
okay.
And he's had some cramp issues, but it's not his conditioning. It's just that he sweats a lot, so he loses a lot of fluid. So at halftime, sometimes you have to give him an IV. He missed the third quarter, which set us back a little bit, but we got a plan for him, and we didn't execute that plan at halftime. But going forward, we got to execute a better halftime plan to make sure that our quarterback is fresh and ready to go back out there in the second half.
Let's jump into the second half highlights of the Southern Jaguars versus the Memphis Tigers in Memphis, Tennessee at the Liberty Bowl. And here you're going to see Gainwell rush for a loss of 2, great hit by Porter, and then he's going to run it again, and a great hit by Calvin Lunkins, another young man who had a good game for you Saturday, Coach.
Getting better, senior linebacker for us that's really stepping up. Like to see him continue to get better, continue to be a leader out there, and he's playing really, really well for the Jags.
The Tigers get on the board right there, scores 34-17 at this juncture. Jamar Washington's going to run 1 for 10. Unfortunately, we're going to punt. Memphis is going to get the ball back. They score on a 45-yarder. Coach, was this a penalty on that play? I didn't see it well from the press box, but it didn't look like it.
Well, it was a penalty, but it was against them, so it was declined, and they ended up calling the touchdown good.
Well, it set Mr. Jordan Lewis up for one of the best plays of the season so far, a 73-yard touchdown that we talked about earlier. And at this juncture, the score is 34-24, the Tigers, and a very good game going, Coach. Very, very winnable game. You see a nice tackle right there by Porter slamming Watkins down to the ground. Unfortunately, they get on the board again with a 1-yard touchdown run. Memphis up 41-24. They're going to get the ball back. Gainwell is going to take one for 21 yards on a pass from Brady, and score is going to be 48-24. Unfortunately, we didn't catch the last couple of touchdowns, and the final score is 55-34. Again, good game by the Jaguars. A lot of promising things that I saw, and we'll talk about them some more on the Jaguar Football Show with Dawson Odums when we come back.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Where your seafood comes from has everything to do with its flavor, its quality, and even its safety. Cheap imported seafood raised in ponds overseas has nothing on the incredible flavor and quality of the fresh fish, shrimp, crabs, and oysters caught right here in Louisiana waters. We all know that the best dishes are made with the best ingredients, and Louisiana seafood is the best you can buy. So know what you're buying and make sure you're serving delicious Louisiana seafood. Because when you know better, you eat better.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums. And if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style. And most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Every week in this segment, we're going to show you who the Alpha Media Players of the Week were and have the Coca-Cola player interviews. So let's jump right into it with the Alpha Media Players of the Week. Who are the Players of the Week this week, Coach?
2 games, back-to-back. Defensive Player of the Week, Jordan Lewis. Offensive Player of the Week, great game coming back, Ladarius Skelton. Special teams, Martell Fontenot, great on extra points and was perfect on his field goals.
Well, there you have it, the Alpha Media Players of the Week. Congratulations, gentlemen. Well, Coach, after the game, we caught up with Calvin Lunkin and Devon Ben, and Joe Dupree filed this Coca-Cola player interview.
Todd, we're here today with senior linebacker from New Orleans, Calvin Lunkins, looking good at the beginning. The defense was definitely putting it together. As the game progressed, a lot of third and fourth down opportunities they took advantage of. What can we do to improve on the defensive side?
He was in radio.
All we could improve is just work hard every week. Like I said, like I told them, we got to stop the run. That's our goal, is stop the run every week. And on the way is up. Start next week, we got to keep working. That's all. Just keep working.
You look pretty well for this game with 5 tackles. What can you do as we get ready to go into SWAC play to improve your play and the play of the defense?
Just take every day serious, like it's game. Take a game day rep every time we have practice. Just take everything serious. Take the little things serious. Have practice this week and just focus on the little things, really, and we'll be good.
We're here after a disappointing loss at the University of Memphis with Devon Ben. As we looked at the game as it progressed, we came out and we really busted Memphis in the mouth. I don't know how we keep the consistency. Can we expound on that? How can we be more consistent on offense?
We just have to work on continue, like you said, the consistency. We got to come out a halftime strong. We can't come out sluggish, thinking we're going to start slow and then pick it back up. We just got to come out full throttle like we did in the beginning of the game. We just got to keep the intensity up.
Well, Devon, as we also look forward to going into SWAC play, on this game you only had 36 yards. What can you do to work more on the running game and the ground game as we move forward?
Just go back to practice next week and try to get it better, fix what we went wrong at, we had mental errors at, and just get better.
You heard it right here, Todd, on the Jaguar Football Show.
Welcome back. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Calvin. Thanks, Devon. Coach, first 2 games down. Let's talk about some of the ugly things in those first 2 games. In this game, 5 penalties, only 5 of 13 third down conversions, and some suspect special teams efforts with 1 block punt, 2 others that probably could have been blocked. What do we have to do to fix those 3 things?
Well, the biggest thing is that we were penalized 5 times for 26 yards. So we didn't commit the big penalties, and we were down from 9 in the first game. The punt, they schemed us very well on the punt. Being able to see those things and making those corrections during the game is something we talk about as a staff, and then really working the different looks in practice. But I really think having our starting punter back there really makes a difference. The other thing is just staying competitive and just making sure that we have the right guys out there and they're in the right position, and just getting better each and every week.
First 2 games, how about injury report for us, Coach?
Well, we're about as healthy as you can be. I think we got some guys that are beat up, banged up, and they're trying to fight through it. They're trying to get through this first 5 games of the season and just be as healthy as we can going into that first bye week. These first 2 games have been very physical and very challenging. Hopefully we continue to play well, continue to dodge the big injuries. We got some guys banged up, but we haven't lost anybody yet for the season.
Well, when we come back, we'll turn our attention to the first home game of the 2019 season against the Edward Waters College Tigers in the Coach Pete Richardson Classic at the A.W. Mumford Stadium. It's a mouthful, huh, Coach?
Yeah.
Anyway,
sure is.
Stay with us. When we come back, we'll talk the first home game of the 2019 season on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Afraid of things that go bump in the night? Don't lose your head. You'll have a ripping good time playing Halloween scratch-offs from the lottery. You could win up to $13 $15,000. They're spooky fun.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Come play like a star, where the rewards and thrills never end at Hollywood Casino. Eat, play, and win big from our epic buffet, open from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day, to our awesome Players Club that gives you the most back. Winning's a breeze. You're on our $250,000 Crack the Vault game. Swing by on Friday nights in September for a chance to guess the vault code and win big. Crack the Vault, playing now only at Hollywood Casino, Baton Rouge.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. This week we're going to turn our attention to our first home game against the Edward Waters College Tigers in the Coach Pete Richardson Classic. Coach, Edward Waters is coming off of a season-opening loss to Morehouse, 26-20. What do we know about the Edward Waters College Tigers?
Well, they're really a spread football team. They spread you out on offense, try to throw the ball around, have an athletic quarterback back there, have a really good receiving core. The biggest thing with them is just making sure you get lined up and just play a physical brand of football. Defensively, they play 3 down. They really try to keep everything in front of them. The biggest thing, if our defensive line and offensive lines play really well, I really like our chances in this football game. And our deal is just taking care of Southern. And we just do what we're supposed to and play the brand of football that we expect our guys to play, then everything should be okay in this football game. But they go come in and give us an unbelievable effort, and it's like a Super Bowl for them. So you can't take any team lightly. You got to be ready to play. And that's the challenge for our guys this week, is get ready to go play the best that we played all year.
Do they play in the MEAC or the SIAC conference?
They used to be NAIA, and they petitioned to go to the SIAC, so I think this is the transitional season.
Okay. Well, there you have it. The Coach Pete Richardson Classic on the Bluff this Saturday. Get your tickets. Be in A.W. Mumford Stadium and cheer the Jaguars on as they take on the Edward Waters College Tigers. When we come back, we're going to close out this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Where your seafood comes from has everything to do with its flavor, its quality, and even its safety. Cheap imported seafood raised in ponds overseas has nothing on the incredible flavor and quality of the fresh fish, shrimp, crabs, and oysters caught right here in Louisiana waters. We all know that the best dishes are made with the best ingredients, and Louisiana seafood is the best you can buy. So know what you're buying and make sure you're serving delicious Louisiana seafood. Because when you know better, you eat better.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums. And if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style. And most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we come to you each week from Hollywood Casino. We invite you to come out about 6:30, watch the show being taped live. Of course, Hollywood is giving away those Bayou Classic tickets, so you ought to come down, put your name in the pot, and see if you can get those tickets. Coach, new defensive coordinator in Lionel Washington. I know sometimes it takes a couple of games to get on the same page, but it seems like you guys are working everything out. How's that transition been with your new defensive coordinator?
Well, it's going well. I think understanding what our players are very good at and focusing on those things and really getting the right guys out there in position that can make those plays. And that's what we talk about as a staff all the time. It's just, you know, whether we're a man team, whether we're a zone team, do we have guys that can play man? Are we better at zone? Those are the kinks that we're working out. But I think he has a great command of what we're doing, what we're trying to do, and we're all working together to try to make sure we put the best defense out there. And our guys they're getting it. You can see them getting better, just out of place here, out of place there. But I think at the end of the day, he's doing a great job for us.
On the offensive side of the ball, Coach, the J5 seems to be giving Skelton and McDaniels some time to throw the ball, some space for the running backs to run. I'm really looking forward to the wide receivers getting a chance to get into the offense a little bit more. Hunter Register, T.J. Bedford, a couple of those other guys look like they can really do some damage if they can get the ball in their hands.
Well, the thing is that, you know, we had some key drops the last time out from that wide receiving core, and the biggest thing is when we do throw the football, they got to do a great job of possessing the ball. We need them to catch it, especially on third down. We had some timely drops on third down that really caused us a chance to stay on the field. And you're right, that J5 is playing outstanding, but you expect that when you got guys that's played as much as those 5 guys for the Jags. But the biggest thing is just execution. It's going to be hard to stop our offense. We know that. It's just a matter of, is our guys going to believe in what we're doing and trust the process and go out and prepare each and every day to be the best?
Well, between segments, Coach and I were talking, and we were talking about wanting the Jaguar Nation to come out to A.W. Mumford and top 20,000 fans in the stadium for all 4 home games this year. We want to get a full stadium or as close to full as possible so we can get that 5th or 6th home game at Southern University in the future. So go to Southern, get your tickets, and be in the number at A.W. Mumford Stadium at the Pete Richardson Classic, where we play the Edward Waters College Tigers on Saturday. Coach, talk about how important it is for fans to be out there in the stadium cheering on the Jaguars.
Very important. I mean, I think that supports our entire athletic department. We need folks in the stands. Everybody complain about us playing 4 home games, but if you're going to have 11,000 and 12,000 people at the game, you got to make up that difference somewhere, and our AD have to go out and try to find other games that'll give us a chance to make some money.
You hear from the coach. Go Jags!